My name's Milo, and here I am streaming games about women. That's my goal this year. And I've got one lined up for Spooky Scary Month. It's called Inner Worlds. Here we go. Lovely CG intro, zooming into this castle in the glorious age of early 3D computer rendered images. Yes. So I was running this. So I'm running this in DOSBox. It's an old game. You could briefly see before I started that there were some cover arts there. Originally, I was like running DOSBox and it had a forced 4:3 aspect ratio, so you could see more of the cover art, but running it in its native aspect ratio the way it should be, it actually cuts off a lot of it, so you miss out on that lovely artwork. Oh well. So yeah, this is a game about a werewolf. Although, I mean, it's kind of unclear what the definition of a werewolf really is, but we'll get into that as we go on. As you can see, this is the registered copy. Sleepless Software were kind enough to put this game up for free download on their website once the age of DOS had passed, and they saw the writing on the wall that they weren't going to make much sales now that, you know, glorious Windows 95 had come out and everyone had moved on from DOS. So anyway, hello Cambodian, good to see you. Werewolf, there wolf, here wolf, everywhere wolf. So let's get started. There is a bit from the README that sets up the plot of the game before we get to this prologue bit. So episode 1, there's 3 episodes in total. Wizard's World. In Wizard's World, you play the role of the strong and beautiful woman whose quest name is Nikita. Nikita has the astonishing ability to turn into a ferocious she-wolf! Exclamation point. Mark, sorry. Nikita's quest is to track down the Gralob, the evil creation of a misguided genius. The Gralob has plagued the world for generations, and it is Nikita's wolf-born destiny to free her people from its evil clutches. So, level 1, trapped in the dungeon. As Nikita explores the ruins of Castle Drofenarub. Oh no, what's going on? Why is it kind of going up like that? I want the text to go down. Hang on a second. Why is it doing that? Hold on. Just gonna reboot real quick. Cambodian is asking if this is another Jill of the Jungle clone. Yeah, I actually covered that on a stream a while back. Played Jill of the Jungle, a few sequels, a few successors made by the same studio. The two main guys who worked on this game actually worked at Epic on Jill of the Jungle, so it's sort of a Jill of the Jungle clone, you could say. Yeah, for some reason Up seems to be hot, continually being activated, but I can hold down and it'll do that. Maybe it's a problem with my controller mapping thing. Where's my controller mapping software? Curses and purses. This is really irritating. I guess we'll do the best we can. So, as Nikita explores the ruins of Castle Drofenarub, she stumbles into a trap which drops her straight into the dank and smelly dungeons. An air of death and despair permeates the walls. The bones of people and animals are strewn throughout the gloomy rooms and bat-filled hallways. Or are they the sad remains of the victims of Drofenarub's awful experiments? I guess we'll find out. So yeah, oh, that's awesome. The cartwheels. Oh, she's not doing them now. Oh, okay. It's because of the up issue. As you hold up, she'll do a flip. But if you jump normally, she just jumps. Oh no, now other buttons are activating on their own. Oh, this is really quite troubling to me. Let me unplug my controller and see if that fixes the issue. Sorry about this. Okay. Cambodian saying maybe it's supposed to unfold like a real scroll. Perhaps. I think it's more a controller issue. Alright, are we back on? Ugh. It's being a little jumpy, but we're gonna try the best we can. Otherwise, I'll switch to keyboard as originally intended. I've got this old controller mapping system. Anyway, this is Nikita. She has the ability to turn into a wolf like this. Woo! Now you can see on the lower left corner I have a health pot like Diablo, and a mana tree like Secret of Mana. As you use the wolf transformation spell, the tree's leaves will fall down. That's an indication of how much mana you have remaining. Alright, let's go down, please. Yes, okay, cool. Now, Nikita is not defenseless. She has an attack, but only if she is holding a weapon, and I haven't found one yet. I believe the wolf should be able to attack, actually. Yes, press shift to jump. Health meter. Oh, this is teaching me about the game. Okay, well, I already explained it to you, but the game is going to as well. Now notice there's this neat parallax scrolling effect as we walk past background layers. Oh yeah, Danger Mouse is here. Hello, good to see you. Yeah, 3D, whoa. So every level is going to have an amulet hidden in it, which will increase either my health, my mana, or my strength. So I want to try and get those. And yeah, Danger Mouse is noticing, oh, okay. Use control to save game, I'll do that. Noticing Jill the Jungle vibes. And yeah, same developers, or some of the same developers. So Nikita's going to be a bit frantic because of my controller issues here. But yeah, we have an inventory down the bottom, use function keys to drink potions and stuff. Wow. I don't know if flipping really helps, actually. Yeah, I'm not getting enough distance, but maybe as a wolf I'll be able to do it. Yes, that's it. The wolf jumps further. Wonderful. Gotta go back for that potion. Good. Good puppy. Ah! Alright, can the wolf attack? Doesn't appear so. Well, maybe it can? I don't know. There's no attack animation. Alright. Elevator going up. Hold still, please. Oh, wow. What is this scary looking thing? Ah! Curses. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna turn this controller off. It's giving me way too much trouble. Okay, good. There we go. That's what it should look like. Space bar is the attack. And shift is jump. That's right. So that's the scary looking thing. I hope I don't have to run into one of those. Use the up arrow to enter the portal. Wonderful. So whenever you go to exit the level... Oh, I didn't find secrets, but I at least found the amulet. Catchy music. I like that. So this game was developed in a really interesting way. It really seems like a labor of love with a small team based out of Seattle. They're called Sleepless Software, as we saw in the intro. As I said, some of their employees, if you can call them that, came out of Epic. The main guy designing this game was Joe Hitchens. He's credited in the very verbose credits as both all of project manager, game designer, artist, and for doing some coding and level design, actually. Yeah, so we'll get to that. Nikita makes her way up a short, irregular stairway out of the dungeons and into some sort of hellish laboratory filled with all kinds of bizarre and fantastic devices. A laboratory so close to the dungeons could serve only one purpose. Ominous. Alright, so Nikita, yes, cannot attack, but hopefully we'll find a weapon soon. She is depicted on the cover art on the left as holding a sword. It's kind of cropped out of the image, but mana restoration. Nice. Yeah, I really like the vibe of this game. The graphical style is awesome. Aha! That looks like some kind of weapon workbench. Okay. I guess it's some kind of laboratory equipment. Mm-hmm. Nuts. Alright, well, I was able to jump on things before, but those bats are a little too dangerous. Let's go to the right first. Yep, okay. Oh, that's a... yeah, dead end. Can't pass those blocks. Alright, we'll have to brave the bats, but I'll do it in wolf form. But wolves can't climb ladders, of course. What button was it? That one. Okay. Rah! Yeah, take that. Oh, I see. The items that I picked up were only useful in that one level, so I might as well use them when I can. So I'll use a health potion now. Excellent. Invincibility, that'll come in handy, perhaps. Alright. Ooh, slow down. Yes, transforming to and from wolf will consume mana. So here's a question for you that I was pondering. What is a werewolf exactly? I mentioned last week that I was wanting to do streams where you only play as sort of horror movie monsters or creatures and so on. Alright, the switch. I didn't activate it. How do I do that? Nice voice clips, by the way. You can hear Nikita saying ouch. Use control, of course. Alright, so I've done that. That should let me in somewhere. Hopefully. Didn't activate it last time. Do I not have enough mana to switch back? Oh, that's not refilling it. Oh yes it is. I just have to run through it a few times. Yeah, so what is the definition of a werewolf? Is it necessary for the definition for you to have an involuntary transformation that happens with the cycles of the moon? Or is Nikita's style of druidic kind of transforming at will into an animal form an eligible werewolf? And what is the animal form? Like, there's different there's different appearances of werewolves in media. Usually they're some kind of beast person hybrid, like human beast hybrid creature. Strength amulets make you stronger, no kidding. So you can press T to take things, or you can press down while you're standing near them. Well, I'll use that straight away. Thank you. Yeah, this position of playing with the keyboard, it's the intended way, but it's going to really kill my wrists because, repetitive strains and all that. Ouch. Tell me if the volume is alright, by the way. I noticed it was really quiet for this game, so I've boosted the output by 400% in OBS. But I'm not sure if that is sufficient, whether the balance is okay with my voice, so let me know. Okay. Sounds good? Excellent, thanks. So yeah, I was calling Nikita a werewolf, but I asked my wife about it and she said no. If it's voluntary, it doesn't count. Did I get the amulet? I sure did. I should have used that invincibility potion. Oh well. So yeah, Joe Hitchens, he put this small team together to make this game. Sleepless Software, his company, did a couple of other things, but nothing really as fully formed as this game. And to do this game, they got the help of a lot of people Like I said, the credits are very verbose. They go into great detail about what each member of the team did and where they were based, because we had people from all over the world participating here. People in different parts of the US, different states, but also there was a guy in Germany, someone in Latvia, even an Australian guy collaborated on creating this game. Haha, well, in True Blood, says Danger Mouse, werewolves can change at will, but they're still called werewolves. Yeah, so the depiction is going to be different in all different media, I think. Alright, so here's Crystal Caverns. The laboratory gives onto a tiny stone passage, opening into a huge system of caverns, covered with beautiful shining crystals. The tortuous passages conceal deadly traps, grotesque monsters, and invaluable prizes. Nikita's wolf ears prickle as she senses powerful magic unleashed in these caves. Dangerous magic, but perhaps useful too. Well, a heart with a smiley face, really? That's quite cartoony. The game so far has been kind of realistic and moody, but having a little floating heart with a smiley face and something different. Now this is nice. Yeah, let's save. Save points within levels, it's nice. Gonna make this gap. Yes, get a key. So, you know what this area reminds me of? The sort of hub level portions of Rayman for Game Boy Color. Whoops. Rayman 3 for Game Boy Advance had similar kind of things. Oh, all the stuff that I had in my inventory got dropped here when I came back. Danger Mouse says that hearts with smiley faces were her favorite thing to draw in year 1. Okay, jumping potion activated, and I know the button this time. Wolves jump better than humans. Yeah, but I can do it. Ooh, what happened? I guess there was a warp there. So what good are rocks anyway? Oh wow. So that's one way you can use things other than... Oh, the rock made me invincible? Or did I accidentally use an invincibility potion? Yeah, you can go into this inventory and cycle through things, but the much easier way to do it is to use the function keys. Ah, good, my jump potion is still working, so I can get that potion. Yeah, like this whole just sort of floating grassy crags suspended in space. That's the way it was in the handheld Rayman games. Excellent games, by the way. Don't know what that scary face is, but I don't want to deal with that. I wonder how long the jumping potion lasts for. Uh-oh. Ah! Ouch. There's a lot of weird teleports around here. Ha! Magic spells. 10 keys! Wow, really? Okay. I've got 2. It's an interesting level setup, quite different to what happened previously. And that's a symptom of there being multiple people working on level design. Again, the credits go into a lot of detail. It's all in Moby Games, by the way. Ooh! Nasty. Yeah, they go into a lot of detail about who designed each level. So there's names listed there. Oh boy. Okay, so I lost all my progress. I lost the amulet that I picked up, and presumably my keys too. But it just drops some rocks and the invincibility potion. Oh, okay. So I guess a rock is my only weapon right now. I'm gonna try... Yes? No? Yep, it's not doing anything. I don't know, whatever. Oh! Oh, Gibbon and Cuban are here. Wonderful. Good to see you. Oh, the notifications didn't go off, that's why Gibbon's late. Cuban likes the backgrounds. Unusual art style. Cuban is reminded of Toe Jam and Earl. So there you go. Alright, jumping potion. This time we won't fall on any spikes, never mind. Oh, Skull Monkeys, that's good pull. Yeah, I played that on stream, that was a lot of fun. No. Okay, I'm going to try and fall and then fall back. No, that doesn't work. I guess I'll do a wolf jump down there. Unfortunately, this game, since it was only released on DOS, I don't think I have like save states or anything. Can't cheat my way through. I keep hitting the wrong button, this is annoying. Okay, so if I fall down... Oh. Oh no. Okay. Alright, I know what to do now. Bear with me. There's no full playthrough of this game on YouTube, but there is, I think, a 15-minute kind of play of it. I wonder if I can... Yep. Okay, great. Oh, nuts. Alright. I gotta save my progress, I think. That will help. As long as I make progress. Fall? Yep. And then... Oh. Oh! Ah, ah, ah. Ow. I don't have the invincibility potion right now. Through this door. Okay, great. That's safety. Health. How do I use the health? Oops. Still wasting all my mana. Alright. I guess I'll save. Cool. Better get used to doing that. Right. Oh, rocks can trigger traps. I just need to figure out how to throw them. Classic. Okay. Yeah, so whatever I had when I saved is what drops in front of the save point. Now I understand. I just need to figure out how to throw rocks. There's a way to do it. But I probably need to be human form. Oh, can I not change back? Do I not have enough mana? Okay. Go. 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 Okay. Cool. Wait a minute. That just takes me back there. I see. It's a maze. Alright. It does say, yeah, okay. So like I said, the levels are all designed by different people, and it'll tell you that in the credits, so I suspect that this one might have been designed by a different person. Or, you know, Joe Hitchens might have just been experimenting with different things. There's a way that I can throw rocks. Just need to figure out what it is. Toss. Just one. Okay. There's a key command for it. Let's see. It's not that. Nope. Okay. Oh, how about I check game controls? Options? Wait. Turtle mode. Oh, that's cool. That slows down the game for you. It's good for beginner players because all the inputs and stuff are slowed down. See? Pretty helpful. But I think I'll continue with it off. Auto gem pickup, yes, very helpful. Ooh, okay, this is new. I'll let that run. While I open the README file to try and find out. Sorry. Oh wow, this is really in depth. I'm not reading it, but it's pretty crazy. Like I said, labor of love. They really put a lot of work into this, I think. Okay. Is that really the only way? F1 through F8 activate the object in the slot. Oh, wow. You get a little additional height from a flipping jump. Flipping jump. And you can maul as a wolf. I really need to try that out. Wow, this is still going. They really wrote a book for this story. It just keeps going. I might as well let it all run, given it's marveling at the fonts. Yeah. So, yeah, not only were there team members working on this game from all over the world, but the music, there was no sort of staff musician or contracted musician. There was a contest on the putative internet of the time. The developer, I guess Joe Hitchens or Sleepless Software, put out a contest where any member of the public could send in compositions that they'd written, and if they were selected for use in the game, the contributor would be given $100, or for the grand prize for the best track, $1,000, which went to some guy in Sweden. I didn't write down his name. It's all there on Movie Games, like I said. So yeah, an interesting way of creating a game. His longtime friend Numlul found him. So Numlul tried to help Nikita to a sitting position and give him water. Nikita spoke. Wait, him? Who? What? Oh, is this a previous Nikita? Because it said that Nikita was a quest name that this woman had taken on. I guess there was a previous wolf person? My goodness, it is still going. Yeah, one day, a young female wolf person. She was a stranger. Okay. Here's the stuff about Nikita. Slightly unusual features. Outlying settlements, barbarians, wolf people spent too much time in wolf form. She was clearly a warrior, but being a woman warrior was unusual, at least for this village. She didn't fear the Gralob. It's still coming. Yep, she listened and watched for 6 days. This text crawl feels like it's been going for 6 days. She changed into the garb of a warrior. Is this the garb that she's wearing in this game? Because it's pretty much just a fur skin. Her legs are pretty bare. Yeah, okay. I'm here to destroy the Gralob. Can we make this go faster? Yes, we can. Okay, that's the end. Nikita turned and departed the town in the direction of the castle. People simply stood and watched her go. The end. And now you know the rest of the story. Whew. Alright, I don't even need to go that way because that actually leads to a dead end. Oh no, it doesn't, because I can fall off the end of that. Okay, so I will go ahead and throw my rocks. Toss. Just one. Excellent. Aha, hidden keys. Beautiful. Okay. Excellent. Real progress. So apparently there's about 9 levels in each episode. We're on the 3rd one of the 1st episode. So, yep. Hopefully we make progress. I really want to finish the game because I'm really impressed with it so far. Don't know if we'll get that far. So let's try the mauling technique. Rah! Okay, that didn't work. Let's just try hitting spacebar. Great. I read in the README text file about a special mauling power that would use up magic. Yikes! What is that? It's like a Jazz Jackrabbit. Which, by the way, Joe Hitchens worked on Jazz Jackrabbit at Epic. Nuts. So it was a jumping skull. Yes, give me all the keys. 5 keys. We need 10 keys, remember? Nikita will be able to attack at some point, but for now, attacking is the wolf's jurisdiction. So I can deal with this walking blob with teeth, but I cannot deal with that skull, apparently. Okay. Did I use that jumping potion? They seem pretty jumpable. Cool. DOS games with their keyboards. Ah, oh well. I guess I'll... Didn't it use up all the keys I had last time? I can't cycle my inventory either. Whatever. Fine. Okay. And why is the heart not doing anything? Okay, this way. And I used the jumping potion. It's still working. Good. Okay. Oh, my wrist is already paining me. Dang it. Alright, there's going to be a lot of warping, a lot of doorways. Ah, nuts. Okay, so this is here. I know where I am. And that goes through there. And this goes here. Ah, I've been here. Well, now I'm just confused. Where's the way forward? Been through there. Been through there. Alright, I'm gonna have to brave that skull. Let's do it. Rah! Apologies if you can hear my rampant spacebar. Damn, that does a lot of damage. Did I lose something? Alright. Have I been up here, actually? Oh! Minified! That's amazing. Okay, that's also pretty Rayman. I got turned miniature. Oh, and it's miniature wolf too. How cute. It's a key hunt. Ah. Give me the health. Alright, so that's where that leads. Maybe I could just run past it. Ouch. Ooh. Nuts. Alright, don't get minified. That's my goal right now. Yeah, I forgot about going up that way. Cam says some metallic madness zone level trickery going on here. Metallic madness zone. Is that from Sonic CD? That's not one I've played. But yes, trickery indeed. How can I get big? Make me big. Yep, Sonic CD. Oh, Sonic can sync. Oh, so that's what the heart does. It makes you big. I'll make you big. The wrapper. So Sonic can shrink. Alright. Oops, damn. Let's see another button. Dang. That skull. It's not even a skull. I think it's a frog wearing a skull hat because it's croaking like a frog or a toad. I can hear it. Alright, so now I know what the hearts are for. I really hoped it was health, but apparently not. But I can make it over. Ah, okay. Well, I'm sure I can make it over. therianthropes ass wolf. Hey, none of that. Oh, seriously? Even the tiny bats can be a bother. I saw one game describe this as Castlevania-esque. I really wouldn't agree with that. It's very much in the DOS styled era rather than the Castlevania console style. But in terms of bats causing knockback, that's something they have in common. Alright, so I'm gonna go this way. No, not that way. This way. Yeah, Gibbon agrees, very much a DOS game. Alright. I've made some progress, I'm gonna save. And then get past that face. That nasty face. Okay. Yeah, Gibbon says he doesn't know how to describe it, but all DOS games of the era do have that feel. I'm really impressed with this game, by the way. The style, the look, it plays well. Just too many spikes, I think, is my main complaint right now. Alright, we need another 3 keys, I believe. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, damn. This way. Right? No, not that way. Damn. This way? This way? How do we get back up? The way I've been doing it so far is just by dying. But I don't want to save at a save point that then I can't get back from. Ah, nuts. Okay, there's a key there. That's the key hunt. Cam's theory is constrained color palettes with fixed screen resolution. That might be it. I like the speed of the wolf. But yeah, normally when you think of werewolves, it's some kind of hybrid creature that stands upright but has bestial features. But, I mean, transforming from human to animal is not unheard of. So this hammer or stone pedestal, whatever it is, teleported me last time I came up here. Aha! Get key for fighting thing. Ah, crystal hammer, wonderful. Oh, that must be a weapon. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna use it to fight these guys over here. Oh, I should have saved. It's not too late. Maybe I can... There was a save point. Yes, okay. Wonderful. So yeah, this was made a few years after Jill of the Jungle, and it shows. I think they learned a lot from that development. Okay. Yes, alright, so there's my crystal hammer. And I can smash things with it. Excellent. Health potion. Wonderful. Yes. Power. I'm a warrior. Smash, smash, smash. Yes. No! Maybe the skull's invincible. Ow! There was a key here. I saw it. There it is. Okay. Oh, my invincibility potion. I forgot about it. That'll do the trick. Hold on. Starting again. Okay, human form. Invincibility potion. Let's do it. Wait, where am I? Crap. This way? Yes, this way. Okay. Can invincibility save me from spikes? Please tell me. I'll just wolf to be safe. Okay, go. Change back. Ah! Ah! Okay. Oh, we actually have 2 invincibility potions. Right, so that's all the keys I need. I just need to get back. Ah. Ow, ow. Okay, cool. Oh, great game. Let's see, this way? No. Damn it, I've forgotten again how to get out of here. This way? Takes me... Ah, good. Alright, I'll save just in case. And let's do it. Get some new music at last. Okay, out of my way, doors. Doors galores. Yeah, the whole cheesy text appearing as you walk past something. Still no secrets, huh? Hmm. Yeah, I like the text thing. I think that's also another hallmark of DOS platformers. Alright, level 4, Storage Cove. After defeating the bone-crunching Crazy Skull, I didn't actually defeat that, anyway. And acquiring its deadly Stinger Spell. What? I didn't get no Stinger Spell? Ah, I feel really shortchanged now. But, oh. Should I go back? Anyway, Nikita makes her way up into a corner of the castle, filled with useful gadgets and dangerous semi-functional machinery. I smashed that thing with my hammer like 30 times. Anyway, equipped with her newly learned magic, yeah, they're assuming a lot here, and plenty of mana with which to cast it, Nikita is ready to face the horrors of Castle Drofanarib. Sounds Welsh or something. Sorry, apologies to my Welsh listeners. Alright. I shouldn't have saved. I should have gone back to my previous save and found that spell. Oh well, we're gonna break the game. We're sequence breaking, people. This is a speed run now. So we don't need the Stinger spell at all. Famous last words. Okay. How do I get back to the previous level? Game control. Here we go, map screen. Okay. Classic. Oh, Gibbon asks if the castle's name is something spelled backwards. Yes, I'll look out for that actually. Okay, let's get that dangerous magic that is useful too. So, we can get there by going through this portal. Bugger off. Ah, but I don't have invincibility yet. It's okay, the jumping potion lasts all level. But before I go over there... Oh, there's one. Okay. So if I use this, the... Wait. Wrong place. Wrong place. I thought I was somewhere else. Wolf form is faster. While invincibility lasts. Let's go! Through this teleport. Oh wait, that's the wrong teleport. Again. This teleport? Oh, it's run out. Now I'm screwed. There is one more invincibility potion in the level. I forget where it is. Wait a minute, I already got this. Oh! I got it again? That? Oh boy. Alright. Let's find that other invincibility potion so we can fight the thing. Jeez. The crazy skull or whatever it was called. Oh no. No weapons, no nothing. Did I mention I hate mazes? Okay, gotta grab that hammer. We're gonna use it. There's the other invincibility. There's a health, I'll use that. This guy must die, says you. It's quite rude, I mean, we didn't even try negotiating. Okay. So this time. Okay. I guess I'll save. Alright, we're gonna do something about that crazy skull. Which was somewhere, I guess? Ah, over here. Okay. So, invincibility time. Yep, we're just mashing. Oh, great. Ah. Oh, seriously? Okay. This time we're going human form from the start. Oh boy. It was through this one, and then to the right. And through this door. Okay, change back. Invincibility. Smash. Yes! We did it! We did it! Oh, that's very exciting. Whew. Wonderful. And we have the spell. So now that we have the spell, can I just leave? I'd better finish the level properly. It's not too much more. Actually, no, screw it. I'm leaving. I saved the game. Map screen. Yes. Okay. Back to Castle Drafenayaba. Yeah, so I lost the extra mana amulet that I had. Do I have the spell? I do not have the spell. Okay. I saved the game though, so I can go back here and finish the level properly from this point. Okay. 4 more keys. And they should be, there were 3 on top of the traps, and then I guess 1 more somewhere else that I'm forgetting. Go. Yeah, so it's over here. Inventory. Toss. Just one. Right, so yeah, werewolves, I guess. The interesting thing about this game is that you're playing as a female werewolf. Now, like I was saying before, there are 2 kinds of werewolves. The ones that kind of turn into a hulking man-beast, so to speak, or the ones that can just turn into animal form. So I was searching for other games where you'll play a character as a werewolf, and there's several of those. You know, you've got kill this crazy skull, then press the 1 key. Okay, so that's what that does. That's how my stinger works. Yeah, so what's the save man one? Night Law is when he's a werewolf. And what else? I looked through a whole list. I didn't make any notes about games where you're a male werewolf. But I'm sure that, yeah, there's definitely a few. But ones where you're a female werewolf, very few and far between. Not many at all. And so I was wondering why that is. There was an interesting article on Jezebel called The Tyranny of Sexy by LaToya Peterson, which kind of springboarded off an interview with Kate Beckinsale of Underworld about how the movie's about vampires versus werewolves, where Kate Beckinsale is a vampire. And there's other werewolves, but all the werewolves that you see are men. So the article writer was then referring to a scholarly sort of journal article or something that had been written about the sort of sociology of this kind of portrayal of werewolves in media, and how Hollywood, etc., may be unwilling to portray women as the traditional beastly kind of werewolf, because that's seen as them taking on masculine traits, which would be considered either unattractive or even threatening to men in the audience, and also, you know, the people involved in making the films, etc. All right, so we have the stinger spell. Hopefully it comes in handy. Pew, 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 pew. Wonderful, great. Thinking about it, that was actually not 100% necessary, but I guess it's helpful. Each level holds exactly one amulet. And what's this now? Oh, I've used it up. That was apparently a special stinger scroll that shoots it both ways. Never mind. So yeah, Nikita here is the second type of werewolf. As I said, the one who just becomes an animal form from human. But if you think about it, when do you ever see a woman transforming into that beast form? I could actually think of a few examples. Just the other day I was watching a show called Wellington Paranormal, which is a spin-off from Taika Waititi's film What We Do in the Shadows, about a group of vampires living in New Zealand. Is this a door? Okay, it's two doors. This looks like it might be a secret. Don't get squished. Oh boy. Okay. I didn't get squished. What is going on? Okay. Yeah, anyway, so this show it features the two cop characters who come to their house during the film. And it's a very funny show. I recommend it if you can. I mean, if you're in Australia, it's on SBS On Demand Catch Up. So there's a few ads and you need to sign in, but otherwise, yeah, pretty accessible. What's this? I don't like it. I mean, usually you collect gems, but I don't know, I was kind of scared of that one. Now where's the hammer? Okay, I can't pick this up because my inventory's full, but I can use the jumping potion. Enchant weapon scroll. Wow, I'm finding all kind of secrets. This is great. Secrets in DOS games, love it. Alright, so I have an enchant weapon scroll, but no weapon. And as they said there, where is the hammer? Let's see. Nope, that's a barrier. I can't get through there. So many doors to pick. Crawling, wonderful. These turkeys are begging to be mauled. Hold up and right and press attack. Whoa, that was amazing. Did you see that? I can't do it again because I have no mana, but I'll just pick some up. It's like this. Okay, hang on, more mana. Yeah, did you see that? Yeah, mauling, pretty cool. Yeah, so it's very funny in this show. The two cop characters are very kind of clueless and incompetent, but they investigate paranormal phenomena in, or phenomena, as Minogue says, in Wellington. And yeah, so there's one episode that's about werewolves, and as you know, there were werewolves in the movie, so there's actually a returning character. And his ex-girlfriend has gotten the werewolf disease from him. It's kind of talked about in terms as if it was a sexually transmitted disease. So yeah, that's kind of a subversion. It was treated as a twist in the episode, but that it's a woman who becomes this beastly werewolf form, as I was talking about. I picked up an arrow, but I can't get the bow. So why don't we use an enchant weapon scroll? And now my bow has become a wicked bow. Oh, but I actually had 2 of those. What's this? A transformation potion, right? Nuts. Hold on. Jump. Okay, now I can't make it back. So I guess I'll kill these with the wolf power of biting. Yeah, it's the same woman who's the werewolf who plays what's her name? Sipa. It's the teenager's girlfriend in The Breaker-Uppers, which I just watched, which I also recommend. Hold on. Health potion. I think we need to drop these rocks. Although, the minute I drop them, I'm going to need them later on. Shrink potion. No, I don't need that. Okay. Maybe I will need it, so I'll hold on to it. I've got so much inventory now. Sanctuary. Lovely. Yeah, what else? Oh yes, the pull quote, of course, from the Kate Beckinsale interview was that nobody wants to see female werewolves because, as she describes them, they are... Nobody wants to see hairy, thuggish women, is the quote. Hairy, thuggish women. They come back to that a couple of times in the article. Anyway, Gibbon brings up a very interesting point, which is that in Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, there are woman were-cats, and shows them transforming. Oh, great. What's this potion? Oh, a mana potion. Yeah, I'll use that to get the transformation potions. Oh! Nasty. Okay. And that's why it said don't get crushed. Cool. I shouldn't have given up the mana potions, so I'll keep them this time. They're more useful. Ow! Alright, use the wicked bow. Go! Oh. It's too low. Yeah. Oh, I've run out of arrows. But I do have the stinger spell, of course. I can fight back with that. Yes! Oh, and I can pick up my arrows again. Oh, I love this game. This is amazing. Okay, good. Ooh, what a thrill. So anyway, yes, the woman were-cats. That's really interesting because the point I was going to make is that you don't see women werewolves because of the sort of misplaced masculine like ideas about what can and can't be a werewolf, basically. But what you do see is that it has multiple arrows. Multiple arrows and objects. Yeah, you more often see women transforming into cats. So I had some examples of that, like Cheetah from Wonder Woman. She's Wonder Woman's arch nemesis. And she's like a cheetah woman, basically. Like half human, half animal, therianthrope kind of form. And there's the movie Cat People, of course. Yeah, I've got lots of arrows now. So I'm sure there's some other games where women transform to cats, but I couldn't think of any, and it wasn't. I couldn't figure out a way to search for that. But it's definitely a more prevalent trope to have were-cats being ladies rather than werewolves. Did I get the amulet? I believe I did, yes. Oh, my inventory was stuffed with stuff I didn't even use, but that's okay. We got a lot of secrets, we got the amulet, and we beat the castle that I forgot to check the name of backwards. Excellent. Okay. Echoing halls. Escaping the castle brings Nikita to a series of chambers and hallways. Eerie echoes roll up and down the long passages. Bizarre devices, hidden passages. It's easy to get lost in this perplexing mess. Droffin A. Rab, which backwards is Brian A. Ford. The equipment is broken, corroded, overgrown, yet a strange energy still seems to inhabit this place. Residual life force from the Gralob? No, probably just fleas. What's that crashing noise? Okay, so 2 points. Gralob is also Bolarg backwards. That's probably not important. But Brian A. Ford is actually the name of the programmer of the game. So he's credited as Brian Ford, so I guess his middle initial is A. But yeah, head programmer, responsible for the core graphics engine, etc., etc. Yep, it's all there. So there's your answer for that. Okay, save again. Wonderful. Whoops, yeah, okay. I noticed that hidden thing. That's a really bizarre background. I wonder what those things are meant to be exactly. Once again, we've got a different music track here. I can actually look them all up if I've got that credits open. So this level, by the way, I speculated that those different levels with different kind of designs were made by different people. No, everything so far has been designed by Joe Hitchens. And now that we're in Echoing Halls, that's Joe Hitchens and Zachary Girouard. Whereas the music here was... the music is just given in song names, not where it's used. Oh well. Okay. So, I mentioned I was looking up werewolf games. The only other one with a female protagonist that I could find is... Oh, that's scary. Ah! Okay, I deserve that. Yeah, the only other thing was a game called Blood of the Werewolf, which was released on the PC and also PlayStation 3 and 360 in 2013. I searched for that. Bows and arrows, what a team. But I couldn't actually find it on the PSN in the Australian store, so either it's been delisted or it was never released here, I'm not sure. So that's too bad. It sounded kind of interesting, although it looked pretty low budget. I think the price reflected that, but it was, made by an indie studio called Scientifically Proven. They've since gone defunct, unfortunately. But it's still available on Steam and it's quite cheap. So let's see. The stinger didn't hurt that thing at all. Didn't try the bow. Okay. So yeah, that's a game about a woman called Selena who is a werewolf. And her husband was killed and her child kidnapped by Dr. Frankenstein, and you have to use your werewolf powers to... it's like a 2D side-scroller. And yeah, you gotta beat up Frankenstein, I guess. Alright, this time, for sure, we'll use the spacebar wisely. Pow! Okay, it bounced right off. Wonderful. So, looks like... Yes, okay. Fancy footwork will help us here. Nice little pose there, hanging off the chain. Oh, swing. Sort of. There's a tiny swing animation when she first grabs the hook. Love that. Little attention to detail animations. Whoopsie. Okay. Okay, I made it up somehow. So even if you don't have Stinger, you can always pick up these Stinger scrolls and Stinger wands. So I guess it wasn't too much of an issue that I didn't get the Stinger spell that other level, but I went back for it. Okay, don't forget what you just saw. I saw myself fall past some spikes. Oh boy. I wonder if there's secrets in this room. We'll move on for now. Whatever it dude. Ugly bags of mostly water. Can I crouch? Yes. Crouch and sting. Gibbon says he was doing research for a short story and read that werewolves were originally associated with warlocks, i.e. male witches. So he wonders if the association with them being male only dates back to those roots. Well, I'd say certainly the association with sort of big, buff, hairy beasts being male only is all too obvious, like I was talking about with the Hollywood executives and such. But yeah, that is interesting, because people turning into animals, I mean, witches were supposed to be able to turn into, I don't know, bats, cats? I haven't brushed up on my medieval superstitions recently. Let's use up this stinger scroll we've got so it's not hanging around. Try and hit one of these things with it. Now! Wonderful! Ooh! And the gems become options. I wonder if they'll shield me or something. I love that. Danger Mouse confirming witches could turn into cats. How do you know? Is there something you're not telling us? Oh, that's a nice new mechanic there. And yeah, these little gems are protecting me. I wonder for how long. But they are doing damage. Yeah, and they're not being used up by that, apparently. Alright, running start. Let's do it. Go! Ah, that wasn't too bad. Didn't quite make it. Danger Mouse is dozing off. She heard witches and woke up. Are there witches in True Blood? Whoop. Yep, okay. Get this. Subtle. Alright, we have the key. I don't know where to use it though. Ah, fairy tales. Okay. Oh yeah. It did tell me to remember that. Okay. Yep. Is it just don't fall down there? There was a message that I saw that appeared. Oops. Okay, so don't fall down there, I think is the answer. Gibbon says having a big beastly halfway form is a relatively recent thing. And the stuff that he was researching was about men being cursed with turning into a wolf when the moon is out in exchange for their devilish powers. Okay, so the wolf transformation is sort of a malice to the real goal, which is to get other kinds of powers from demonic forces. Yes, the door. The doors do kind of blend into the background. It can be hard to tell when you're coming up on one sometimes. Okay, so I do have a key, and I remember there was a... Yes, okay, great. Oh, there are witches in True Blood, but they didn't turn into cats. Yeah, I know about the inventory. Why are you telling me that now? Guess I'll check the ladder. Oh great, another maze. I'll go this way first. Yeah, that's interesting. I actually... Oh, I've run out of magic power. But I do have... this. Stinger wand is used with the weapon button. Yes, okay. Good. Yeah, I remember actually reading a book about werewolves. It was pretty interesting. About all the sort of original beliefs about them and how you could ward them off. There are all these recipes for different concoctions of potions you could make to protect you from werewolves. And a lot of them involved some kind of... Oh, what was it? It was a plant like root of some kind. I don't know what it is. Garlic featured in a few of them. Of course, there are all these ideas of what plants and herbs had magical protection properties. I've completely exhausted all my weapons now, and this thing's still not dead. So I guess I'll just keep waiting with this barrier, keeping it in stun lock. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, and I guess that's the origin of garlic hurting vampires, but originally the idea was it would protect you from all manner of magical and evil creatures and stuff. Danger Mouse excited about the puns in this game. Hello Tony, good to see you. I'm playing a game where I'm a werewolf. I can turn into a wolf. Oh, interesting. Gibbon thinks maybe the halfway form of a werewolf is the result of conflation with a different cryptid called a loup-garou, or a loup-garou. It's French. It means wolfman. Which are basically just wolfmen, big beastly werewolf forms that people think of, except that they are just that with no transforming. Yeah, that's an interesting theory. I like this crystal barrier. I love it. Anytime I see those enemies now, we got to deal with those just as quick as we can so we can get this back. Alright. Keys, yes. Oh, the crystals. I love it. Okay. What I do not love is giant mazes, because I really get lost easily. I wonder if we're even going to make it through the first shareware episode. Don't know if I mentioned that this game was originally distributed as shareware, as you do. First level given out for free, and you mail off and pay for the other two. I mean, not level, but world, you know. A third of the game, basically. It was a common practice in the day, of course. But as I said, the whole game was put up for free on Sleepless Software's website. Very generous of them, yeah. Of course, I think their website, yeah, it doesn't list the games anymore. They seem to. The website's still up. I don't even know if it's the same company. Maybe it's a different company by now. Now notice I missed the amulet there, and the levels that I have done are here outlined in blue. There's like blue kind of highlights on background elements, which is interesting. It's not just dots on a map. The level zones have been integrated into this map art, which is really cool. But if the icon for the level is red, that means I haven't got the amulet there, but I don't really mind about that too much. We're going to continue anyway. Given says, it's a DOS game, so I just assumed it was shareware. Yep. Okay. So, Gallery of Death. Drofaneurub's Gallery. It seems that evil genius does not breed good taste. The mad wizard appears to have been something of an art collector. Nikita again senses the presence of powerful magic somewhere on this level. Indispensable if she can harness it. Deadly otherwise. Interesting. Nuts. Oh, nasty. Tony says it looks good for DOS. Yeah, it's late DOS, 1995, which is why I guess the game didn't do so well, because by then a lot of people had moved off DOS. Now, of course, it would still run on Windows, but I guess it just wasn't fashionable or something. But yeah, that's the reason given for why Sleepless put it up on their website for free. Now, I was saying, yeah, the website still exists. I'm not sure if it is the same company anymore, but it doesn't contain the game anymore. By going through the Internet Archive's Wayback Machine, you can see an archive of the web page that said, yeah, we've got this up for download. But yeah, the version that I saw, which might have been later or something, said, "Oh, we've had to take it down now because so many people were downloading it and all our bandwidth was gone." So it was popular, I guess. A lot of people went there to then download this free game, and they couldn't host it anymore. But because it was so widely available in its full version, it's easily obtainable online. The version that I downloaded was from My Abandonware, which is of sketchy legality, but obviously, yeah, this game was released as freeware, so it's fine. Oops, damn. Used up almost all my mana there. But yeah, the version that I found actually is not the same executable that I know was released on the website, so either somebody cracked it or something, but I guess it's irrelevant at this point. Yeah, I covered that, Gibbon. Were you not here at that time? Yeah, I looked it up. The main programmer of the game, there are a few people who worked on programming, but Brian A. Ford was the main one. He doesn't have as extensive a resume as Joe Hitchens, but they did work together at Epic, I believe. Or maybe it was Sculptured Software that they worked at, but either way, let's use that. He was in the kitchen, okay. Fair enough, I did cover it. Yeah, Sculptured Software. Oh, sorry. By killing all those people, or just by jumping here. Found an enchant weapon spell. So, yeah, both those guys worked on Super Star Wars for the Super Nintendo. That adaptation that was released, I suppose, in honor of the special editions. Ouch. And yeah, they also worked on Jill of the Jungle at Epic. You jerks. Pow. I should have been ducking. Stupid. Okay. Well, I can kill these ones by jumping on them. Took some damage. Actually, that's a good point. Gibbon says that there is actually similarity, that you can tell that there's a lineage from Super Star Wars. Oopsie. Okay, that's not good. What can I do with such low health to get past that? Not much. Got a second jump potion, which greatly increases my jump. I'll just sneak past it. What? No way. That was unfair. I might have saved at the wrong time there. Okay. So, I guess I will mention about... Yeah, so I talked about Blood of the Werewolf. The only other game I could think of where you can be a female werewolf is actually Bloodborne, which I'm playing right now on my PS4. At the start of the game, you get a blood transfusion, or blood ministration as it's called, with some kind of cursed blood. Oops. Which has, I still haven't quite unraveled all the lore of the game, but I think that's linked to the curse that transforms people into wolf-like beasts, which is sort of against their will. Just sort of happens gradually. But it seems to have affected the protagonist, because when you do a visceral attack, You can see their hand transform into a beast-like hand, and obviously, as in all Souls games, you can pick to be a male or a female, and it has no bearing at all on your gameplay experience. Gibbon's offering to link an essay on Bloodborne lore. I will take you up on that, although I haven't quite got to the end yet, so maybe I'll wait off on reading it for a bit. Okay, this sucks. There's no way I'm getting past that right now, so I will look for another way to go. Mana way, help me. Going over here. So what's over here again? I just went here. Oh, the second jump. Oh. Yes, okay. Well, that's no use to me, really. Oh! Okay. What is this exactly? It's like some kind of mechanical device. But I don't seem to be able to damage it. Damn. Okay. I don't think its fire cycle will hit me at any point. So... Ah, nuts. I almost made it. Okay, I can do that. Whew. But yeah, as for other therianthropes, or zoanthropes as they're sometimes called, especially in the Bloody Roar series, there were a few others that I saw where the protagonist was female. Of course, you've got the Bloody Roar series, which is a fighting game series made by Hudson. They haven't made any more since Konami took over, but the main character was featured in Dream Mix TV World Fighters, the Konami Hudson Takara crossover game. Nuts! There's got to be a way to neutralize that thing. I can't be expected to jump over those things like that. So I'll get that one thing over here and then come back, and then I'll try a different path, I think. Yeah, Dream Mix TV World Fighters. You can be Solid Snake, Optimus Prime, Bomberman, I think, that guy from the baseball series, the Japanese version of Barbie. It's great. I was going to stream it one time, but I never got around to it. It's on GameCube, Japan only. Yeah. I didn't even realize that, because I didn't know anything about Bloody Roar. Yeah, Yugo's in it, yeah, that's it. He's the main sort of guy. He's the wolf, but he's a man, obviously. But yeah, Bloody Roar. Everyone in that game is a... they call them zoanthropes. They're humans who can at will change into an animal form, which has more... Like, some of them have more human features, some of them have a more sort of straight animal type things. But yeah, the men have sort of masculine animals like gorillas and wolves and tigers and stuff. I mean, there's nothing masculine or feminine about particular animals, really. Why don't I use that health potion now? Great, that's good. So it's really just cultural, you know, assumptions and connotations of what marks masculine and feminine traits. Ah, wonderful! I have hammer now. Let's use it. Let's get rid of that thing. Pow. Oh, I thought I had the Stinger wand equipped still, actually. Now I have the gems, which is always very helpful. And I'll use the invincibility potion to get past the shooter thing. Excellent. Now I'll use... Good. My hammer has become a ferocious hammer, thanks to the weapon scroll. And it shoots projectiles. That is amazing. I wonder if I can transform my Stinger wands. But no, it's consumable, probably not. Okay, that thing can't be destroyed. I'll use another scroll. Nothing happens. Okay, good to know. Alright, let's get past this and get back to that save point. Go quick! Ooh. These instant death things scare me. Okay. Gibbon's reading up on Dream Mix TV World Fighters. He was aware of it, but only as a game where Optimus can fight Snake. Yes, that's true. Yeah, about Bloody Roar. As for the women in the game, the animals that they turn into range from cats to... Oh boy, the slowdown is fierce. Great, we have the key. Let's run back before our invincibility runs out. Let's see if I can kill this thing. Nope, didn't make it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so the locked door is here. Wonderful. I want to save the game, actually. Yeah, so the female characters include someone who turns into a rabbit, a bat, a fox, a boar, a leopard, a cat, a chimera, which is a combination of, what is it, a goat, a lion, and a snake, I think. And yeah, there's one character whose transformation involves their arm turning into a sword, which is not really an animal, but yeah, she's supposed to be a prototype form of the chimera character, supposedly. Alright. I wonder if I could smash that lock. It doesn't look like other locks in the game, but no. Given saying the fox is male, yes, good point. There's a guy called Hans in the first game who dresses in an effeminate manner, and he's wearing basically a pink bra. In the European version of the game, he's described as female, but that's not actually who I was talking about. There's a character, I think, in the fourth game where it's like a tag team where there's like a buff guy who's a martial arts master, and he has a companion who is a young girl who can turn into a fox, and that's the fox I was talking about. Because I wouldn't count Hans because, yeah, the localization thing, calling him a woman, is problematic at best. But yeah, as Gibbon says, the chimera isn't actually really feminine. It's quite big and tough, and especially, whoa boy, okay, that's kind of scary. Wow. All right. So invincibility potion, and then stingers, I think, would be good. And I do have the magic hammer, so we'll do that too. Okay. So F5, and then use this one until it runs out. Yeah, she's described as a nine-tails or a kitsune, so it's like a fox, like a mystical fox. Oh, my invincibility ran out. I did have another one, so I've got another chance then. So, what are we going to do? We're going to use that, and then pow, 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 pow. And then pow, 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 pow. And then crunch, 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 crunch. Wonderful. Nikita wins the fireball spell. And some mana potions. Whew. Don't tell me I need more jumping potion. Inner Worlds, the game's own logo within the game. Whoa, what are those? What are those? That's bizarre. I guess this is a secret? Yeah, okay. The game's logo, I guess, kind of gives that away, I suppose. So, I killed the boss. Now what do I do? Oh, I didn't use my extra jump powers in that room. Maybe there was something else to find. progress to make. I pressed up everywhere in here, but there's no other doors. Oh yeah, the flipping, love it. Okay. So yeah, the big Mitsuko is a big buff boar, so she I guess takes on some traits that would be considered traditionally masculine, but in that sense she's a good kind of different kind of character. Okay, so I'll have to take this key back to that other locked door. Yeah, I can do that. Through this warp. Good. Where was that? Oh yeah, through here? Yeah, okay. Excellent. Should have saved. Okay. Use the T key to launch fireballs. Ooh. Oh, that's right. Nagi, the sword arm woman, is not actually a prototype of the Chimera lady. I was thinking of the cat person who is called a half beast, and she was like a prototype of the Chimera. Nagi is the same species as Shion, who is called an unborn, but he's actually an albino cockroach, according to the fan base. Yeah, he's some kind of insectoid thing. Yeah, there's a lot of lore here, obviously, because it's a fighting game. They do have that. Gibbon says, Bloody Roar 4 is awful. Literally killed the franchise. Ugh, yikes. Was that before or after the Konami buyout? Remind me. Mitsuko is actually Uriko's mother, and Uranus is a clone of Uriko, so I guess it runs in the family. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Uranus was the Chimera, I think. Yeah. And then, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's all very complicated, of course. There's a manga which has a rabbit and a cat character for female characters. There's 5 games in the series, all made between 1997 and 2003. And yeah, the last one was 4 on, I think, the PS2, I believe. And that killed the franchise, apparently. Alright, let's move on. I don't know how many levels we've got to go. Level 7, I think just a couple more in this chapter, in this episode. So let's try and get to the end of episode 1, shall we? Finally, some decent architecture. Too bad it's packed with monsters. Crawling and jumping, fighting and biting. This is what our heroine has been looking for. A decent fight! Let me at him, she cries, as she changes to wolf form and shows them her teeth. What do I say about that? That's what you think. I guess if it wants us to, we might as well. I see they're preparing us. Might as well use jump potion. I see one of those centipede creatures again. We're gonna have to equip ourselves before we get there. Don't need any refills really. But here's a secret. Oh. Feather feet potion. I had one of these before, but I didn't try it. What does it do? I feel light. Whoa! That's nuts. Sorry if I blew out the headphone users. Aha! Take that amulet. Ow. Hey, bugger off. Given warning that he may be a giant bloody raw nut. Yeah, I can tell. Uriko, the half-beast, was the end boss of the first game where she had full chimera form, but is playable in later titles with only her cat form, justified by her being a kid, and the chimera form being a forced transformation brought on by the evil organization. Alright, so before we go in that scary boss-looking door, we're gonna try and explore this room and see if there's any other power-ups we can get. Okay. Shrink potion, which presumably might change me back, so I'll use that. No, I won't use that apparently. It only goes one way. Okay, more jumping, because why not? If I can can restore my health before the boss, that would be nice too. I have superlative jump powers right now. Oh, what's this? Okay. Can I get some health? No, I can't. How did I actually get in this room? It was by crawling through there, and I can't get back now. Okay. Yes. Oh, DreamX was released after Bloody Roar 4, making it the last Bloody Roar appearance. Oh. A trap. Oh, I see. Shrinking is required at some points. Nuts. Alright, that's fine. So yeah, Bloody Roar, pretty interesting. A lot of animal transformations if you're into that, so that's cool. But it only furthers the gendered stereotypes among transformed animals. Oh well. It's just the way it is. Ooh, nice. So there's a health for my back pocket. I never tried that fireball spell, so I guess I'll save that up for the boss. Yes, okay. So there was one more point about therianthropes, because as far as lycanthropes, it's only this and Blood of the Werewolf as far as I could find. So there's a game called Vixen on many platforms. The Amiga, the Commodore 64, the Atari ST. It was on DOS, it was on the ZX Spectrum, it was on the Amstrad CPC, it was on everything. But that's a game where you're a woman who can transform into a fox. So again, like, wolves are kind of off limits some of the time, but foxes are a-okay apparently. Let's shrink, using a shrink potion and get in here. So it's a little bit like this game, kinda, in that you're playing sort of this barbarian woman who can do this transformation. It's not a part of normal gameplay though, it's more... Oopsie. It's like you pick up fox tokens throughout a level, and then at the end, if you have enough, you can do a bonus level where you're in fox form. But yeah, it's part of the lore, I guess, that she can transform, but only with the tokens, I suppose. Yeah, the lore of that game is that your character is the last human survivor on this planet that is ruled by dinosaurs, and a lot of the enemies in the game are mutant dinosaurs of various kinds. Oh, the perspective is weird. Oh, this is really interesting. The whole 3D look. Yeah, wow. Anyway, yeah, so she's the last human, and she was raised by magical foxes, so that has led her become able to, yeah, transform into a fox. I was saving that as a backup in case this game was too short, but this game ended up being way too long, so I'm not gonna get to play Vixen today, but it's not too big a deal. It's kind of difficult to run. The Amiga version looks best, but the graphics are really dark, and it doesn't run very well. The Commodore 64 version runs better and smoother with nicer animations. But anyway, if you want to check that out, there's a couple of playthroughs of it on YouTube. There's one on the Amiga version that's brightened it artificially, so it's not so dim. So that was pretty interesting. It does suffer from the main character being in a bikini syndrome, which I should have thought of a better name for, but yeah. I mean, it's not terrible, but I'm trying to play games where the protagonist is both a woman and sensibly dressed, if possible. Okay, so I've been to a lot of places. Let's save and shrink and get in this door because I think I did that before and then got killed straight away. So I'll try that again. And what's our plan? Fireball spell. So that's number 2. Oh, bugger me. Off-screen projectiles. It's unfair. Alright. Seriously? Okay, so what we're going to do is use that health potion if we need to. So I've got a couple of buttons on already. This button. So F3 and 2. Okay, so I just need to not get hit. Yes. Fireball! Oh, made quick work of that guy. Lovely. Oh. Locked out. Rude. Oh no, okay. They're kind of traps, so you can get through. Ooh, I can get right to the end of the level. And I did find the amulet, so yay! Woot, 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 woot. Cool stuff. Success rating 55%. Very good. Thank you for indulging me, game, but it's a little condescending. Okay. Talking points, transformations into animals. I don't know. Can you think of any other transformations into animal games with the female protagonist? Oh yeah, that's another werewolf game. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. That's a great one. Okay, abandoned village. Ah, fresh air at last. Nikita has finally gotten out of that sickening castle. Home sweet home, a Drufenarab. She muses as she lopes through the main gates of the castle and gives it one final look. Across the bridge to the north, she finds the remains of an abandoned village. Not a large one by any means, but at least it was inhabited by ordinary folk. Cool. Nice friendly music. Friendly folks, huh? Haven't seen any of those yet. That's true. Orkami is about a female wolf who is also a god, but not really a werewolf. Oopsie. Okay. We can really deal with these things easily with the fireball spell. Oh, I've run out of mana. Nuts. Grab some more mana crystals. See. Oh, boy. Hope I can get my health back. Yeah, Altered Beast is all men. There's 3 games in the series and they're all men. The protagonist. Ooh, Animorphs. That's a great point, actually. And that's... Yeah, I did some research on Animorphs games because I was planning more dolphin streams where I play dolphin-related games. And there's a few dolphin transformations in Animorph games, so I have looked those up. Yeah, I read those books a lot when I was a kid. Yeah, that was my thing. That was my jam. Okay, let's get that bow equipped, and now we're ready for anything. Is there another door I can use to prolong it, actually? Even though I am ready. Oh, okay. A little bit of pole dancing there, I guess. Sorry. Oh, damn. Not enough arrows. Despite my quiver. It's okay, I can pick him up again. Oh, they came back? Ah, good. That deals with that. Now there's so many doors around here. How do I pick which one to go in? Ow. Start here, I guess. But yeah, let's see. I think Cassie's primary transformation was a wolf, so any game where you play as Cassie, I think she's able to become a wolf. And normally you do switch who you're playing in the Animorphs games, since it's got the cast, the sort of, yeah, an ensemble cast is what I'm trying to say. Oh, these are climbable. Okay. So yes, you definitely can be a wolf who is transformed into by a human. So in that sense, sort of, it's not really a werewolf, but I guess that's close. So well done, thank you. And yeah, there's sort of an RPG on the Game Boy Color that's kind of like Pokemon-ish. There's an action game on the PlayStation that's bad. Oh wow, there's a lot of doorways in this level. Whoops, okay. I thought that was a platform, but it was part of the background. Ah, run out of space. Don't need that right now. I can use that. Okay. Ow. Yeah? Oh wow, Given has the whole series of Animorphs. Wow, much better collector than me. Oh, gotta love that Ank. Good stuff. He says he's got the PSX and GBC games and the board game and all the toys and the show. Wow, I'm impressed. He says when I get into something, I go all in. I can definitely relate to that. I'm the same way. I just have the childhood memories of it. I never really got into it that much, I guess. Not as much as you. Village Express. Oh, wonderful. Screaming belly, keep up. Now, did I really explore everything in here? I think I might have missed something down there. By the way, I like this run cycle. The animation's pretty good. Yes, this. I missed this. Oh, I've run out of space. That's the opposite situation I was just in. Okay. Sploosh, sploosh. Okay, I don't know what that did, but I guess we'll find out. Whoops. Yeah. That was a very exciting series as a kid. Especially when there was like a special event book like the Andalite Chronicles or the Elemist Chronicles. Very exciting. Okay. Oh no. Huh? Ah! Sorry, I was hitting tilde when I was trying to press 1 to use my spell. Okay, should we try that again? Ow! Nasty. I'm gonna kill this thing, I don't know what it is. Good. Oh, it came back. It's got my health from that. Ow! Great. Dropped a lot of health. You're really annoying me, little bat. Thank you. Probably wasted way too much magic there. In fact, let's be wolf form for a while. That's why I'm here. This is the werewolf stream. I was going to use Vixen to supplement it, but I didn't need to. So in Vixen, you have a whip. Oh, great. Right, this guy. Fireball. Yep, not enough magic. Did not go well. Oh, spacebar. Bloody hell. I didn't need to throw the rock using the menu option. If I have the rock selected and I hit spacebar, she throws the rock. I feel like a real dope now. Alright. Pow! Ouch. We have a little bit of mana. Try and get a few fireballs off. Go, go, go! And I'm out of mana. The gems will help. Full mana potion. Okay, wonderful. That deals with that. Now I can safely come and go, and I will go save. Not sure how we open that door exactly. Oh, right. There's a lever up here that I haven't pulled on this save instance. Okay. Okay. Gotta use the stinger at the very height of the jump to hit that thing. Or maybe it was only when it started to come down and attack. Alright, hit the lever, save after that. Now I'll go down here. No, that wasn't the answer. Whoa! Oh! Some barrier that is. Just jump over it. Okay. I thought it was a gate. I don't think I got the amulet there. No, that's alright. Progress is our only goal right now. Try and get through episode 1. Alright, level 9. Face off with the Grellob, which is an anagram of Balrog, by the way. Not backwards, but an anagram. Passing through the main square of the village, Nikita enters a hot, humid area thick with noxious vapors. Something alive is here, and she knows just what it is. Something large and hungry, and going by the name of Grellob. She focuses her senses and energies, the many years of mental and physical training gathering inside her. She prepares for the final showdown. Awesome. I like Nikita. She's cool. All right. Whoa, what was that? It was a spider thing. Die, die, die. Okay. Whoops. Save game. Yeah. Thinking back on how much I've used the wolf over the playthrough, and I've actually been Nikita most of the time. I guess I could blame the game designers for not integrating it into the gameplay as much as possible, but at the same time it is useful in a lot of situations. When I was struggling without a weapon, the wolf can always attack, so that's something. But on the other hand, as soon as I get magic spells, Nikita has a pretty powerful weapon by default anyway, so... And this bite attack doesn't seem to be doing a heck of a lot of damage to this thing. There we go. Oh, I'm hurt. I'm hurt bad. Can I even use spells as the wolf? I can. I never tried that before. Let's use that straight away. Interesting statues. Huh. Yeah. Don't know what's up with that. Is this Growlorb's, like, lair? I don't know what that is, but I want it to die. It's a demon cat. Tight squeeze, what does that mean? Ow. Hey, bugger off. Oh, that's what they mean. Alright. Wolf form is useful. Wonderful. Okay. Jump, jump, jump. Ooh, good pull, Gibbon, actually. Yeah, Lady Sia, she turns into a Sasquatch. I mentioned at the time, when I played the game, that it reminded me of... Well, it reminded me of a story arc in the webcomic Scary Go Round. That stream was never archived. I've been thinking of going back and playing it again. But yeah, Lady Sia, definitely. She has a beastly transformation. I mean, Sasquatch is not, you know, really an animal. It's a cryptid creature. But yeah, I'll count that. Why not? She is a therianthrope because we say so. Alright, I picked up a sword, which is on the box art of the game. I've got two box arts here. The one on the right is... I mean, you can't see the whole thing, but I got that one from... I think that was on myabandonware.com? No, it was a different site that had reviews. It was this tiny little thumbnail, but I put it on there. You can still sort of make it out after I've blown it up. But it shows Nikita, as well as this big like minotaur demon who I presume might be Gralob. I guess we'll find out when we get to him in this episode, but the cover art on the left is I don't know what the difference is between the two, but anyway, the one on the left shows her holding a sword and with her wolf form in the background. I did it again. Actually, in here? No. Yes, okay, I've been there. Okay. So yes, I finally have the sword that's on the box art. Hi-yah! Excellent. Oh, I have another jump potion, didn't notice. Okay, so this time we'll go through this door. Ooh! And I'll go up here and go through this door. Cool. Now we're getting somewhere, indeed. Oh, cat's got your key. I killed that cat. The demon cat, right? Didn't give me no key. What does it mean? Oh, it's another one. Holy cats! Nice expression. Yeah, I'm gonna stomach you, cat. Wolves do not like cats, apparently. What was I gonna say? Take that. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that I like games, especially in the DOS game style, where you run around and you pick up tons of little stuff that's just like falling all over the environment. That is cool. And this game has that in spades. Alright, so I have the key. Oh. That seems like a secret up there, but I don't have enough jump height. But if I touch things, gems appear. I think the first game I was exposed to of that style, where there were just like pickups littering the joint and like just a big maze level, and definitely a DOS game of the DOS era. It was Super Frog. And I always, like, that's stuck in my mind. It was so bright and colourful. It was very memorable to me, but I never went back and played it, really. There is that game called Froggato, which I always wondered if it was trying to emulate Super Frog, but playing it, it always felt more like, well, what it really feels like is kind of Shantae. So if you like Shantae, check out Froggato, a free game on the PC by the creators of Battle for Westnorth. Well, some of them. Battle for Westnorth is a big collaborative project. Alright, let's use our sword on the cat. I know it sounds cruel, but it's a demon devil cat, so it's okay. I don't know if I'm even hitting it or if the crystals are just getting it into a stomach, but either way, it's working. Poor thing. Full gem barrier, I love that. Oh yeah, fireball. You can tell they're demon cats because they drop fireballs when they die. Which one do I come out of? That one. So what's in here? Nope. That's the other one. So I came out of there, so I'll go in here. Ah, mazes. Wonderful. Oh. Ah, wait. Enchant weapon. Lovely. Let's use that. Brilliant sword. Whoa! Now it shoots sword beams. That really is brilliant. Hey you, I'm gonna crystal you. Yeah, lovely. Man, these are overpowered, dude. And I got them pretty early. Okay, that's a nasty looking creature. Did I just kill it? No. But I can't get there just yet. Ow. Let's see. I guess since I'm not going to be playing... where did my notes go? Oh, they're not here, so forget that. I'll end that sentence a different way. I guess since we won't be playing the other episodes of this game, because it's been going a while, I want to get to the end of this episode and then finish the stream. But I'm going to read you the episode synopses for parts 2 and 3 that were in the README file. So we're going to assume, of course, that Nikita beats the Growlob at the end of this episode. And the next one, episode 2, starts with... After defeating the Growlob at Castle Drofanaerb... Oh my goodness, that thing is hideous and scary. Kind of xenomorphy. So yeah, after defeating the Growlob, Nikita learns that the Growlob was only one of 2 brutal minions of a still more terrible threat. Although the land of her birth is safe, for now, from the Growlob's cruel reign of terror, she returns to her homeland, only to discover that her true destiny still lies ahead. All new landscapes await her as she undertakes a cross-country odyssey through a world of change. And World of Change is the subtitle for episode 2. New scrolls, potions, weapons, monsters, and adventures. 9 new levels. Tons of new graphics, sounds, and music. And then for episode 3, in the last episode of the Inner Worlds trilogy, Nikita finally learns her true destiny and sets out on the final... Hello! That thing is terrifying. Okay, why don't we use our invincibility potion? Get down there. Nope, that was the health potion. Damn. Okay. Get a good look at this guy. Scary. And it extends its neck like the xenomorph. See that? Oof. Maybe this is the Growlob, actually. It doesn't look anything like the Minotaur creature on the box art. So I guess that would be one of the other bosses. Possibly the final boss is the Minotaur. Oh yeah, Metroid Queen. Yeah, it does look like a Metroid Queen from Metroid 2, Return of Samus. It's fading away gradually. That was an epic showdown, dude. Whoa! Exploded into fire. I think? Didn't quite see it. Yep, it's faded away. Woof. Scary stuff. Gibbon says that when I started, he thought the soundtrack didn't quite match the game, but it's grown on him. And I agree. And, I mean, you know, the tracks were all done by different people and submitted, so they would have picked ones that maybe fit together, but you're going to get some dissonance and incoherence. No, anyway, they might not match completely, but I agree that it's like Tony said before, he liked it, and yeah, I think it's cool too. I was in the middle of reading the synopsis before we finished the level and finished the game. Anyway, yep. learns her true destiny, sets out on the final adventure which she will undertake in this world. She must travel to a huge volcanic mountain inside which lives the secret of therianthropes' horrible experiments. Will she reach the heart of the world? Will she be able to face what she finds there and do what she must to banish the evil unleashed by the wizard's unspeakable tampering with nature? 9 totally new levels with even more weapons, monsters, treasures, stunning graphics, music, and sound effects. Pow, 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 pow. So that's what you've got to look forward to in the full version of Inner Worlds, available now all over the internet because it was released for free and you can just find it at a bunch of different sites. So I've really loved this game, and if you've enjoyed it, check it out yourself. Oh, maybe I'll do another stream and finish the game. It might take another 2 streams. That might be a bit too much to take on. I think we'll leave it there for now. Oh, wow. Okay. Nice close-up. Pointed ears. Interesting. Growlob destroyed. After a pitched battle with the Wicked Fangs and electrocution attack of the Growlob, our heroine dispatches this horrid beast, frees the land of its hateful reign of terror. Celebrate good times, come on. And remember that the introductory story that we accessed earlier described her as putting on the garb of a warrior, such that everyone recognized her as such. Do you really think that this garment would be considered to be that thing that I just said? Anyway. Let's advance. Oh, okay. Straight into the second episode, Descend into the Cruel Swamp. Oh wow, yeah, this is rough stuff. Her friends weren't happy. There was dread. Something was wrong. No one spoke. Bad stuff happened. Greetings, Master Longpros. The Grellob is dead. You have done well. But it's not complete. I don't understand. Wait, what? Forgiveness, Nikita begged with head bowed and ears back. She has prehensile ears? Maybe her wolf-like powers affect her human form too. That might explain the point of the ears. Yeah, wow, this is so long. There is another novel here. Oh boy, I'm coming for you, Claws. So I guess Claws is the name of the second boss? That's interesting because, as I saw in the credits, Claws is also the name of the, what was it, the graphics rendering engine used in the game. So it's another meta joke, just like Draffanerb or Brian Ford backwards. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so they give you the enchanted hammer right off the bat. Nice stuff. But yeah, I'm going to finish the stream here. We'll just look at the background. Yeah, a bit of scrolling. Nice. New environments, as promised. No reason to return to the village. Wow, okay. Brutal. Again, quite secret of mana. Just like our mana tree in our UI there. So yeah, freedom. Oh man, I really want to keep playing this game for another 4 hours, but I'm not going to. I'll spare you all that. I will instead see if I can access like a credits screen. Restart level map screen. Information. Ordering info. Yeah. Send your personal check, money order, or credit card to, oh no address, just the modern age of the internet, email and phone number. Oh yeah, here's those synopses. Oh, and that scrolls again. Okay. First Sleepless, wish to thank you. Yep. More quality games. Yeah, that didn't happen, unfortunately. So there's help. Online help. Yeah, this isn't very online, is it? Credits. There we go. Okay, so I'll let that scroll a bit while I get my breath back. And thank you all for watching. I can scroll through this a bit quicker, so we'll do that. Yeah, Inner Worlds was... Yeah, this is what I was saying before. Many talented people from around the world brought together by the power and magic of the internet. Isn't that amazing? This came out in 1995 when the internet was this new exciting thing, and it connected people from all over the world to create this game. They weren't bound by, you know, people being in the same city working at the same studio anymore. It's really interesting and exciting. Yes, so congratulations. It's been a struggle, but we can all be proud of what we've accomplished. I'll say so, yeah. I think they can be. So, yeah, there's Joe Hitchens. There now, that didn't take long, did it? Cyber gypsies, interesting term. There's Brian Ford, the namesake of the wizard, head programmer, etc., etc., etc. And all these descriptions are very complimentary and thankful for their efforts on the game. George Hoffman, a programmer. Jürgen Quaid from Germany. Master Mapper, Keeper of the Lost Ghibli. It's not enough to see art, you have to feel it. Without any doubt, programming is one kind of computer art. Unfortunately, you cannot even see it. Polished Image. See, some of them aren't even given names. They have their internet personas. So this person was an artist. Much of the artwork is the work of this guy. So he made the Growlob. Craig Pieper, sound man, made the sound driver. Normans Salmanis from Latvia. Yes, did stuff and sound effects. Brent Johnson created the crystal hammer and invented the bomb, and now he's a daddy. Mick Barry, censored. Daffy Duck censored. Other end of the world, but always present. Yep. Helpful in many ways. Veteran Nikki Mechanic. Istvan Marko from Oregon. Yep. Eric Moon, palette manipulator. And yeah, here's that level design thing. This is all copied onto Moby Games, like I said. But yeah, this will tell you who designed each individual level. And Lauren I is Joe's sister. I think they mentioned that later. Lorena. And the music, Daniel Hansen from Sweden was the $1,000 contest winner. And there's the music, titles, etc., etc. I don't know where they're used in the game specifically. And then more thanks. This is great. Great stuff. Ooh, made the transformation sound. See, it was a really collaboration of lots of different people getting together on this. And it's a wonder it got made. So, yeah, thanks very much, all those people. And thank you for watching. And I'll see you on the next Spooky Scary stream this month. Next week. Yeah. So, yeah, see you then. Bye-bye.